Hey warriors, I'm Merrowing, your guide for Diablo Immortal. If you are looking for in-game updates, news, tutorial, and footage, you are in the right place. Hit subscribe to stay up to date. Ready to become legend? Let's dive in. Welcome, warriors of Sanctuary. My name is Merrowing, and in this video, we're diving deep into the world of Diablo Immortal. Today, I'll be reviewing all the new Barbarian essences and showing you exactly how to integrate them into your gameplay. I'll also be unveiling my brand new PvP build, crafted with the most up-to-date essences and set items. A heartfelt thank you to all my subscribers for your incredible support throughout this journey. Wishing you and your families a Merry Christmas filled with joy, strength, and light. May the Brumalinen spirit guide us all into the new year. At the beginning of this video, I want to reveal something very new and impactful, the latest Undying Rage essences for the Barbarian. Head, Staunch Refusal. A powerful new option that enhances your survivability and control during Undying Rage. Pants, Exulted Demise. This is especially exciting because it's the first truly useful pants essence for barbarians in a long time. Most recent PvP builds didn't even use this slot, but now Exulted Demise changes that, bringing fresh utility and synergy into the Barbarian PvP gameplay. Exulted Demise converts Undying Rage into Sacrificial Rage. Sacrifices 80% of your current life into an absorb shield lasting 6 seconds. During this time, your damage is increased by 50%. When the shield expires, any remaining absorb value is restored back to life. The cheat death mechanic of Undying Rage still persists, but now has a 60-second cooldown. With buff duration increased by 30% and cooldown reduced by 30%, Sacrificial Rage becomes even stronger. Damage boost, plus 50% damage for 8 seconds. Cooldown, reduced to 9 seconds, making it highly spammable in PvP rotations. Every 40 seconds, you gain 5 seconds of invulnerability plus 20% life leech, ensuring survivability even in the most chaotic fights. Why this matters? Exulted Demise finally makes the pants slot relevant for Barbarian PvP builds, which previously ignored it. You're not just harder to kill, you're hitting harder while shielded. This essence shifts Undying Rage from a pure defensive skill into a hybrid offensive/defensive powerhouse, redefining Barbarian PvP strategy. Staunch Refusal enables Undying Rage to grant immunity to knockback effects while Undying Rage is active. Knockback is one of the most common forms of crowd control in PvP, often used to interrupt your attacks or push barbarians out of position. With Staunch Refusal, you remain firmly planted, able to continue your attacks and applying pressure without being displaced. Terror Rift, affixes for Undying Rage, reduce the duration of all negative effects, including damage over time, slows, stuns, fears, and freezes, by 10%, each part up to 40% in total. Undying Rage is now transformed from a passive skill to an active skill and synergize with almost all PvP and PvE builds. The next skill that has been completely reshaped by new essences is Cleave. With the arrival of Armory Clutch as the new main hand essence and Mortal Resolve as the new offhand essence, Cleave is no longer just a straightforward strike. Armory Clutch transforms Cleave into twin cleavers. For 6 seconds, Cleave transforms your weapon into dual axes, increasing primary attack range, boosts damage output, and drains life scaling with current HP. If your life is above 70%, primary attack deals damage and drains 6% life. Between 70% to 30% life, damage increases further, draining 12% life. At 30% life or below, maximum damage boost, draining 18% life. While Twin Cleavers is active, you are immune to loss of control and knockback effects, ensuring uninterrupted aggression in PvP. The lower your health, the more dangerous you become, rewarding risk-taking play. Immunity to CC means you can stay locked on your target, shredding them without interruption. Pairs perfectly with Mortal Resolve offhand essence, making Cleave both a damage spike and a survivability tool. Mortal Resolve increases your Cleave damage by 1.9% for every 3% of missing life, up to 57% increased damage when your life drops below 10%. The lower your health, the harder your Cleave hits, rewarding aggressive clutch plays. While Twin Cleavers grants life drain and CC immunity, Mortal Resolve ensures that every strike grows deadlier as your health dwindles. In critical moments, when enemies expect you to fall, your Cleave becomes a devastating finisher. Barbarians thrive in low-life scenarios. Mortal resolve turns desperation into raw power. Together with Armory Clutch, Cleave evolves into a dual-purpose skill, sustaining you through life drain while unleashing massive burst damage when you're near death. Finally, Cleave is no longer a filler skill, but a core PvP weapon, redefining Barbarian rotations. Total synergy breakdown. Engage with Undying Rage. Life drops to 20%, triggering sacrificial rage mechanics. You gain insane damage output and 20% life leech, keeping you alive while hitting harder. Cleave damage is boosted by 100% in total thanks to Mortal Resolve scaling with missing life. Armory Clutch grants twin cleavers, extending attack range, boosting damage, and adding life drain scaling. While active, you are immune to CC and knockback, ensuring uninterrupted aggression. Cleave cooldown is reduced by up to 0.4 seconds per enemy hit, turning Cleave into a near-spammable skill in group fights if you use Terra Rift affixes for Cleave. Debuff resistance up to 40% duration for DOTs, slows, stuns, fears keeps you mobile and effective. The next skill that has been completely reshaped by new essences is Sunder. With the addition of two powerful upgrades, the new Shoulder Essence Brier Creeper and the new Chest Essence Steel Gospel. In my opinion, the new Sunder Shoulder Essence is unfortunately a complete waste of development time. It adds almost no meaningful value to the Barbarian kit and doesn't address any of the real issues Sunder has in PvP or PvE. However, the new Chest Essence is a different story. This one actually has potential. It could become a very useful tool for several forgotten or outdated builds, giving them fresh life and new synergy options. Brier Creeper transforms Sunder into Sunder Toe. Instead of a simple frontal strike, Sunder now pulls all nearby enemies toward you while dealing damage. Every enemy hit increases your primary attack speed, up to 50% in PvE and 30% in PvP, for 3 seconds. Sunder also gains a 6-second cooldown and 2 charges. In practice, this means you can weave Sunder into both PvP and PvE rotations almost continuously, keeping your primary attack speed permanently boosted as long as you're hitting targets. Steel Gospel gives Sunder a completely new purpose in PvP. It allows you to cast Sunder even while you're affected by loss of control or knockback. When activated, it removes all harmful effects and grants you 0.5 seconds of immunity. This immunity can only trigger once every 6 seconds, but that's where the synergy with Brier Creeper becomes extremely powerful. Brier Creeper gives Sunder 2 charges and a 6-second cooldown, meaning you can cast it roughly every 2 seconds in real combat. Cancel negative effects every 2 seconds, gain full immunity every 6 seconds. In practice, you're constantly cleansing CC and other harmful effects, and regularly gaining immunity windows, something no other Barbarian skill combination currently offers. On top of that, Steel Gospel triggers an additional shockwave every time you activate Sunder. With Terra Rift Thunder affixes, this shockwave can hit for up to 105,000 damage, giving Sunder real burst potential in both PvP and PvE. The main problem with Sunder is simple. Its original identity is gone. The crucial 30% increased damage for 6 seconds has been completely removed, and without that buff, Sunder loses the one thing that made it worth pressing. On top of that, we still have no useful main hand synergy for Sunder, unless you count Hammer of the Ancients, which has been heavily nerfed, or Grab, which remains one of the most underrated Barbarian skills in the entire game. And this is exactly where my idea comes in. I'm going to combine all the new Cleave essences and the new Undying Rage essences with Grab. This is where the entire build comes together. Grab has always been one of the most underrated Barbarian skills, but with these new essences, it becomes the perfect glue that binds everything into a single, unstoppable PvP engine. For my ultimate PvP setup, I'm going to run Strangle Wings as the main hand essence and Direct Diplomacy as the chest. This combination gives Grab an entirely new level of control and mobility, letting me chain pulls, reposition enemies, and create perfect openings for my Cleave and Undying Rage bursts. Direct Diplomacy adds the defensive backbone I need to stay aggressive while diving into enemy teams. Strangle Wings transforms Grab into Choke Rush. Instead of pulling an enemy toward you, you now target an enemy and dash straight to them, seizing them and dragging them along your path. Every enemy you collide with gets knocked back and takes damage. And here's the fun part. If you slam the grab target into a wall, all nearby enemies are stunned for 3 seconds. In other words, you're literally playing pinball with the enemy team. Direct Diplomacy turns grab into a true opener for burst damage. Every time you use grab, you shatter the enemy's armor, increasing the damage they take by 19% for 3 seconds. This alone makes grab one of the strongest initiation tools in the Barbarian kit, but the essence goes even further. If you run 4 Terra Rift affixes for grab, Direct Diplomacy also grants you a shield for 3 seconds that absorbs up to 72,000 damage. While this shield is active, you are completely immune to knockback. 19% increased damage taken on your target is massive when combined with twin cleavers, Mortal Resolve's missing life scaling, and Sacrificial Rage's 50% damage boost. Knockback immunity ensures your choke rush, wall stun, cleave chain cannot be interrupted. Full build overview. Head, Staunch Refusal, gives you the defensive backbone needed for low-life engagements and synergizes perfectly with Sacrificial Rage. Shoulders, Dread Desecration, provides the ability to cancel all CC effects, giving you constant control freedom during fights. Chest, Direct Diplomacy, shatters enemy armor, increasing their damage taken by 19%. Main hand, Armory Clutch, transforms Cleave into twin cleavers, boosting range, damage, life drain, and granting CC immunity during the transformation. Offhand, Helmet Splitter, reduced duration of all CC effects and all incoming damage. Pants, Exulted Demise, supercharges Undying Rage, enabling your low life burst window and amplifying your damage spike. Alternate main hand, Strangle Wings, transforms grab into choke rush, letting you dash through enemies, knock them around, and stun them for 3 seconds when hitting a wall. Literal Barbarian pinball. Alternate offhand, Mortal Resolve, boosts cleave damage based on missing life, up to 57%, turning your low life window into a lethal burst phase. Set combination, 4-piece Vithos. Urges, massive attack speed and mobility boosts perfect synergy with cleave spam and choke rush repositioning. 2-piece Mountebanks, extra shielding for survivability during your low life burst. Helps you stay alive while diving deep into enemy teams. 2-piece Restitution in Blood, grants 35% increased burst damage, amplifying your kill window during Undying Rage, plus twin cleavers plus Mortal Resolve. Thank you for watching this video and your support. Leave your feedback and don't forget to like this video if you liked it and subscribe my channel to stay up to date. Until next time, stay legendary, stay lethal, and above all, stay merrowing.